All right, now we're looking at Chapter 9, Lesson 3, Subtract like fractions. Again, like fractions are those that have the same denominator. Okay, so we would keep the denominator, just add the numerator. That's from the last day's lesson. So now we're looking at subtracting likes. So if we look at the first one, we have about 7/10 of Earth's surface is covered by oceans. The Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean and covers about 3/10 of Earth's surface. How much of Earth's surface is covered by oceans other than the Pacific? Which means we're going to be subtracting it out. So if you have your fraction bars, this is where I'll show you with the model and then the math way. So we need to show 7/10. Scoot this up so we can see everything. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So line them up. So there's my 7/10. And then I'm going to subtract out what the Pacific Ocean is, which is 3/10. So essentially, your book is showing you Xing them out. Or you can just take them away. So I'm taking away my 3/10. And so all that I have left is just 4/10. And remember, we always like to simplify. So if I can see, I can play around with these. I can try 6ths to see if that works. If that would make equivalent fraction here. So clearly, that's not going to work. I've got a little bit of room there. So 6ths will not work. If I try 5ths, it works. It's showing the same size fraction pieces. So, get it lined up. So I can say that 4/10 is the same as saying 2/5, which is its simplified form. So if I scoot this over, again, they're showing you 7 1/10 tiles. We remove 3 of them. There are 4 tiles left, which represent 4/10 or simplified form 4/5. So how much of the Earth's surface is covered by oceans other than the Pacific? The simplified is 2/5. So that's the model way. If we look at the math way, okay, again, since we're already same size pieces, we're in tenths and tenths, that's perfect. That's what we need it to be. We keep the denominator and you only subtract the numerator. So 10 stays. All we would need to do is 7 minus 3, which is 4. So we know 4/10. I can simplify both of them by 2. And 4 divided by 2 is 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5, which is simplest form. Same answer. All right, if we look at example 2. The table shows the amount of rainfall several cities received in a recent month. How much more? Clue right there. That means we're going to be subtracting. How much more rain did Centerville receive than Brushton? Right in simplest form. So I need to look at Centerville and I need to look at Brushton. So 9/10, 3/10. I'll show you the model way first. So I need 9/10. So I need 9 of my 1/10 little bars. All right, so here's my 9. So 9/10 minus what Brushton had, which was 3/10. So I'm going to take away 3 of them. So they're gone. So what I'm left with is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tenths. So I know tenths, I can divide in half by 2 and get fifths. So I'm kind of testing, will it work? Yes. So I know that 6/10 is the same as saying 3/5. So there's my answer. So now let's look at the math way. This is what they're showing us. Keep the denominator, only do the operation to the top. So 9 minus 3 makes 6. So we get 6/10. But we need it in simplest form. I know 6 and 10 I can divide by 2. That's my special one. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. 10 divided by 2 is 5. It's the same answer both ways. I cannot simplify 3/5 anymore. So 3/5 of an inch more rain fell in, which one had more? Centerville. Than in Brushton, which was the question. All right, let's look at guided practice now. So number 1, we have 5/7 minus 3/7. I'm going to do it the math way. If you need to use the fraction bars and it works for you, great, use it. So keep the denominator, do the operation to the numerator only, the top. So 5 minus 3 makes 2. I cannot simplify 2/7 anymore, so that's it. Again, number 2, keep denominator. 3 minus 2 is 1. I can't simplify anymore, so 1/5 is it. Number 3, keep denominator. 6 minus 3 gives us 3. Now stop and think, can you simplify? Yes, I can divide both by 3. There's our special one. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So 1/3 would be the final answer on that one. All right, independent. Let's look a few here. Subtract, write each in simplest form. So we keep denominator. 5 minus 3 is 2. So 2 and 6 I know are both an even number, which means I know I can divide both by 2. That's my special one. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 makes 3. I can't divide anything else other than 1, so that's it, 1/3. Number 5, keep denominator. 2 minus 1 is 1. Can't simplify anymore, that's it. Let's go to number 6. Keep denominator. 3 minus 1 is 2. I can't simplify anymore. That's it. All right, let's look at number 9. So, keep denominator. 6 minus 4 is 2. So 2 and 8 I know are both an even, which means I know I can divide both by a 2. There's our special one. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 makes 4. I can't simplify anymore. That's my final answer. All right, let's look at 11. 12 is the denominator. We keep it. 9 minus 3 is 6. 6 and 12 are both even. I know I can divide by 2. However, I also know I can divide 6 by 6 and 12 by 6. So I'm going to use 6 as my special one to divide. So 6 divided by 6 is 1. 12 divided by 6 is 2. 1/2 is the final answer on that one. All right, let's look at these problem solvings on the back. So the first one, a bucket was 7/10 full with water. After Vic washed the car, the bucket was only 3/10 full. What fraction of the water in the bucket did Vic use to wash the car? Write in simplest form. So of course, we're going to subtract. So he had 7/10 to start with. At the end, he had 3/10. So if we subtract out what he had left over, we're going to find out what he used. So we'll use little u for our variable here. So keep denominator. 7 minus 3 gives us 4. I have to simplify. I know I can divide both by 2. That's my special one. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. I can't go anymore. I can't simplify again. So 2/5 is our final answer. 2/5 bucket of water. All right, 17. Rashonda bought 5/8 pound of ham and 7/8 pound of roast beef. How much more? Again, a clue. Much more means we're subtracting. Beef than ham did she buy? Right in simplest. So if they're already telling me that she had more beef, then that goes first. 7/8 pound minus 5/8 pound. And that's going to give us how much more in pounds she bought. So again, keep denominator. 7 minus 5. We only do the operation to the numerator, the top. So 7 minus 5 is 2. I have simplest form. I divide both by 2. That's my special one. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So 1/4 of a pound is how much more she bought of the roast beef than the ham. Number 18, Chris spent 5/6 of an hour drawing and 2/6 of an hour reading. How much more? Again, there's a clue. How much more time did she spend drawing than reading? Simplest form. So drawing was 5/6. Reading was 2/6. And that'll give us our time. How much more time? So little t. So keep denominator 6. 5 minus 2 is 3. I need to simplify. I can divide both by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So how much more time did Chris spend drawing than reading? Half an hour. And that's your final answer. So I hope this helps you guys. Remember, keep denominator. Do the operation to the top. That's it. I'll see you guys later.